Oh my god, guys, Uko's making an actual video, but what the hell are they wearing? Well, you know what, casual viewer of my fucking YouTube channel, I'm glad you asked. This is my IHOP sweater, the International House of Pancakes, holiday-themed fucking Christmas sweater. It's got an actual fucking IHOP building inside of a snow globe atop a 4-stack of buttermilk pancakes, which we don't even serve. We don't serve a 4-stack. We only serve 3 or 5. So it's kind of false advertising, but you know what? It's no big deal because we got some flying toast and eggs and short stacks here. You know, just the all-around fucking aesthetic of IHOP that you need for a sweater. Probably the best thing I've ever won in an online giveaway, honestly. But let's get the real talk out of the way. For starters, I want to open with an apology. I'm very sorry that my YouTube has majorly been devoid of content in general for pretty much this entire year. I mean, you know, every once in a while I export a Twitch VOD of a speedrun or something to my YouTube, or maybe I'll post some music that I'm working on, or, you know, maybe a top quality shit post here and there. But obviously it's nothing like it used to be, and there are a lot of reasons for that, but the biggest one is probably that about 9 months ago, in March of 2017, I started working as a server at the IHOP right by where I live. And I'll be completely honest with you, the experience that I've had while working there has been very life-changing, and I'm very happy that that I've been doing this for as long as I have. This past year while working at IHOP, I found a lot of things that I've never really had before, like the ability to manage my money, the ability to manage my stress. I just have this feeling of financial security that I've never had before, and I've been using my experience serving people as a kind of stress management exercise, because I used to have really bad anxiety. It's still there, it's not gone, it's definitely not gone. But I've used this job to kind of figure out how to deal with it a lot better than I used to. However, I will say though that working as a server in a corporate restaurant like IHOP definitely comes with its disadvantages. I work the night shift, which usually means I'm working a schedule along the lines of like 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning. And for me, that's okay, because honestly, I was awake at that time every night during high school anyways, so there's not really that much change there. But at night, I don't know, I just see all kinds of really weird people, especially on nights where I'm working by myself. At night, all the freaks come out. But as a server, you know, I also have to deal with just like your general asshats that come into the restaurant and they expect to be treated like royalty by their waiter. And I mean, as a person who's just trying to make a living on this godforsaken planet, I'm not here working to be pushed around by people who don't even leave anything at the end for me to cash in on. A lot of people don't seem to know this, and I sure as hell didn't either until I started applying for jobs. Servers in America, including myself, we generally make the absolute lowest that a restaurant can pay a server, which is $2.13 an hour. That's more than $5 below minimum wage, and that $2.13 is heavily taxed. So bi-weekly, if we're making a paycheck, we'll very often see that we open it up and we see $0.00 on the check, like no joke. And what that means is the entirety of our income is based on tips, what the people who eat at our restaurant will leave for the server to take home with them. The reason restaurants are allowed to pay us that little is because it's assumed that the amount of tips we'll receive will add up to a decent wage. So believe it or not, despite whatever your parents taught you or whatever, leaving as little as $2 or even nothing at all on a check makes a lot more of a financial impact on the server than you think. I mean, I can make a whole video on this subject, and maybe I will someday, but my wage isn't even the worst part of working my job. Imagine dealing with everything I just told you full-time almost every single day, when all the while, in the background, on full blast, there's a fucking Sirius XM radio station looping the exact same music over and over and over. And you know what's worse?
Yes, the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time of the year.
That's right, it's December, it's Christmas time, motherfuckers. I have had to suffer through the same playlist of insufferable Christmas songs every single night since Thanksgiving. Literally, December 1st hadn't even arrived yet and I was already sick of it. It's not even like there's any kind of variety to the station either. It's like 4 versions of Frosty the Snowman, 6 versions of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and 3 painstakingly lame versions of I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
I did! I really did see Mommy kissing Santa Claus, and I'm gonna tell my dad.
And oh my god, there's so much of the man himself, the fucking staple American Christmas musician, Michael fucking Bublé. Oh, Jesus.
Better watch out, you better not cry.
Why does he have to syncopate literally everything just for musicians?
Why? 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, let's go!
Oh my god, this man's dancing like he's getting ready to tell us we can do anything we want to do, know what I'm saying? It's motherfucking mail time! So after filming that shot, I totally turned around and I found this letter slid under the door. It's for me, it seems. Clearly, whoever wrote the cursive on there is very, very elegant and writes cursive very well. Just pick it up here. Right. Let's give this a quick open, shall we? Let's do it. Hopefully I gotta switch hands. Let's do this. So what if it's a Christmas card? What if it's got that money in there, you know what I'm saying? Just open this up here. So we've established that IHOP radio is a fucking nightmare to have to suffer through. But the reason I'm here today is to tell you guys about this one song that plays on the station every so often. And strangely enough, it's a song that I've never heard before this year. It's as if I was stripped from the parallel universe where this song didn't exist. And Donald Trump wasn't elected, am I right? The song is called Christmas Rapping. And thank God there is a W at the beginning of the word rapping. And the band is called the Waitresses, and it's like, oh my god, I'm a waitress. Initially, while I was running around the restaurant doing all kinds of crazy shit, the song was only identifiable by the screeching sound of whatever brass band they got going in the background, blasting this exact same fanfare over and over. But my dumbass got curious. My dumbass got curious, and I decided to look into it further, and turns out there's a music video. Now I just want you guys to check out this travesty for yourself. I mean, maybe it's because I'm young, you know, I was born in '98 and this video came out in '81. Maybe I just don't understand what kind of artistic vision they were trying to pursue here, but I don't know, watching this music video, I honestly can't help but feel kind of weird about it. Like, come on, I'll show you what I mean. Alright, got my headphones here. Let's go. See, I can't even get like 2.0 seconds in without finding a problem here. Look at the way this guy is drumming versus what's happening music-wise in the background. Like, if they were trying to make it seem like it was an actual performance of the song, they already broke the illusion. Like, you don't even have to look very closely to tell that. I guess she just turned into a man, and this other old man just kind of watched it happen and slowly realized what's happening. All right, it's only the first 15 seconds. I need to give it a chance to establish what the hell is happening here plot-wise. So this is one Patty Donahue, our front runner here for the Waitresses, and I love just like the repeating shot of just her doing this, like it's not even like she's just doing that over and over. You could tell that it's like forward and then reversed like footage. Like it's just one of those boomerang things from Instagram, you know what I'm talking about? Man, everything about that filter just screams what time period this video came out in.
Bah humbug, but that's too strong, 'cause it is my favorite holiday. But all this year's been a busy blur, don't think I have the energy.
Bah humbug. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off so strong. I actually really love Christmas. I care very deeply about it. It's my favorite holiday. No, Miss Patty, clearly you don't have the energy at all in what you're doing right now. You're singing like a second grader in an elementary school talent show. And here we have the band, all 6 members. Not really doing anything very much. I mean, the saxophone player on the right's kind of moving around. He's getting a little bit into it. He has nothing to play right now, but that's all right. That's cool. The guitarist on the left, I don't think he knows really what he's doing. Oh, and look at this keyboard player on the right. He has no part here, I guess. But if you listen, you can hear that there's a piano part that's playing in the background of the music, but you can see that the keyboardist over here, either he's not doing anything, he's just kind of dawdling around, or he's very skillfully hiding the fact that he's using his right hand to play.
I just need to catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year.
Wait, hold on. Can I like rewind that for a sec?
Catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year.
No, that's definitely just a freeze frame. Like, that's not your video buffering or my video buffering. That's definitely a freeze frame. For no reason. Like, why is it there if only to just resume the forward moving and reversing footage to fill up space?
Count the picture, frozen landscape, children.
Oh my god. He just tried to grab for a pussy. Dude, this is the parallel universe where Donald Trump gets elected president. Also, does anyone else feel like that glamour shot of her legs hangs over just a little bit too long? Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
This room for 24 days, evergreen, sparkling snow.
Who is that guy again? Was that the guy? That was the guy that she turned into at the beginning of the video, and the old man was kind of like looking at her weird. Yeah, I'm still making that same expression, man. I'm still feeling that same feeling you're feeling.
Get this winter over with. Flashback to springtime. Song
Like, did he just have an epiphany, or is he confused by his homework or something? Like, I can't tell which. Like, I can't tell if he's figured something out or if he's still confused.
lunch, couldn't agree, we're both free. We tried, we said we'd keep in touch. Then, of course, till summertime. Out to the beach to his boat, could I join him?
Christmas wrapping.
This time it was me.
Like,
Sunburned in the third
it's cigarettes.
There's just one page
What?
before snow. This time it was me.
I feel like these shots where it's like all of these people together playing, I feel like they also hang over a bit too long, you know? It's like 30 seconds or more for each one. It's like, okay. Oh my god! The saxophone player finally gets his time to shine. Look at this motherfucker go. He's having the time of his life. Look at him in his chucks. I love his chucks. You know, it just dawned on me that I guess the brass band in the background, I guess, is just supposed to be this one guy with the saxophone doing all of that at once. Like, how does one man play so many instruments at the same time? It's like fucking magic. And you know what? Another thing I noticed too is that the entire song, the lead singer, Miss Patty, her voice is like double layered over, you know, like it's like two of her are singing. And like one of my criticisms about some music when people do this is that like there's a difference between using it in certain parts of a song for added emphasis versus just doing it for the entire song in order to hide the fact that you can't sing in tune. And not only can you tell if you listen closely enough that she's not really singing in tune, but she's also not really on tempo either. Like it's a feeling where it's like just a little bit off. Like not like Michael Bublé's syncopation, but like she's just barely not there, you know?
A few calls because it's RSVP.
RSVP. Like she can't even do simple quarter notes. No, honestly though, one thing I will give them praise for is actually the bass player. She's actually very, very skilled. Like a lot of the musicianship in this song, and probably some of the other stuff by the Waitresses, it's not even like it's terrible. Like it's pretty damn good, not gonna lie. Like here, give this little snippet a listen. I liked this part a lot. The only thing is just that, like, you know, for a song called Christmas Wrapping, and the video, like, how far are we in? We're like 2 minutes in, and I haven't seen a single thing in the video anything remotely to do with Christmas yet, have I? I don't think I'm crazy. It's like, take that talent and use it elsewhere, you know? It's like, this is not the place.
Dashing through the snow, 'cause I bundled up too tight. Last minute, have to do a few cars.
So I guess this old man that we saw at the beginning and a couple minutes in there, I guess he's kind of like the technician for like the video, and he's seeing that like everything is out of sync and everything's wrong and he doesn't know how to fix it, and thus the end result of the video just kind of stays like mediocre.
No thanks, no party lights, it's Christmas Eve.
Oh my god, they all turned into a child. What does any of this mean?
Gotta relax.
Oh, and now we get another glamour shot of her legs, and the drummer's very obviously, you know, trying to get a look under.
It's myself, same guy called Halloween party.
Oh, ew, ew, ew. Okay, as a drummer, that really pisses me off. Like, you don't even have to be watching very closely. You can very obviously tell that what he's doing with his hands does not match up with the song that's being played in the background. Like, was it really that hard to sync it all up? Was it really that hard? I guess it's that old man who doesn't know what he's doing, the guy with the levers and shit. I think he's trying to sync everything that's not working. Oh my god, the fucking fireworks outside. Shut up! Shut up! I'm trying to film. Bitch. Oh my god, look at this guy go. We're generating too much electrical power. It's starting to fill the room with smoke.
The only all-night grocery when what to my wondering eyes should appear in the line is that guy I've been chasing all year. And in this one alone he said, the break this year's been crazy. I said me too, but why are you? You mean you for
Need I say more? Like, have I reiterated this point enough? Even right afterwards, the old man's like, yep, everything's wrong here. Everything's wrong and I don't know how to fix it. Much like most of my life.
Then suddenly we laughed and laughed, caught on to what was happening. That Christmas magic's brought this tale to a very happy ending.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm not really paying all that much attention to the lyrics. But you know what? I'm glad, Miss Patty, that everything worked out for you in the end. Because it sure as fuck isn't working out for me. See, okay, now that we get like a recording of an actual performance of the song by them, like clearly they're actually playing the song this time around. Now you can truly see that the saxophone player here, he's probably playing that part even though it still doesn't really look all that synced up. You can see that he's playing the part, but you can also see that he's not nearly as, you know, crazy moving around as he was earlier. Like, what happened, man? What happened to this shit? Like, why aren't you moving around like this? Oh, maybe it's because you can't actually play while moving around like crazy like that. Maybe that's because it's a fucking lie. See, that's one of my biggest problems with music, like nowadays especially. Like, not to generalize, of course. This is just something that I see every once in a while, and it irks me just a little bit. Like, you get really big popular artists like, you know, Ed Sheeran. Like, he's something new lately. Like, I don't follow popular music all that much anymore, but from what I know of iHop Radio during the course of the year, not during the Christmas music section, I hear Ed Sheeran's Shape of You fucking over and over. I know it's a decent song and he sings well, the instrumental's nice, and you know, it's catchy. But the same radio station would later on just like play like a short ad, and it's like a clip of him during a live performance, and he's singing the song at like half an octave down. And I'm like, if you can't perform it this way live, then why record it this way in the studio? Yes, I get it. It's fucking Christmas Eve. You don't have to do all these fireworks. Do I just wait this out or do I keep going? Like, I don't know. Like, when you put out music that's so like well crafted and you put together something and you do it for the purpose of it being an art form, and I get that, that's cool. But what you're doing as a result is you're giving your audience like a false kind of illusion of what you're really capable of if you go out and perform it in a live setting. If you can't sing that high all the time, then I don't know why you're singing that high at all in your original recording. Like, you could see this guy fucking moving around like crazy in the video, doing all kinds of dumb shit, but as soon as you see him live, he's like a statue. Lifeless. Like, oh shit, you can't fucking play the part of 7 trumpets on a saxophone, can you? Let alone moving around like crazy while you do it and producing magical women from your bell. But I think my favorite thing in this video is watch what happens right here. The poor motherfucker got his sax taken away. Oh, she stole it. Give it back. Give it back, my saxophone. Give it back. I mean, maybe that's what you get for misusing it, huh? Ooh, at least I'm still cool. Call me, ladies. Okay, there's 15 seconds left in the video, and this kid who we've seen for the 2nd time total, he's fucking playing with power, Nintendo power. You know, as much as I rag on, you know, the Waitresses, I do completely and utterly respect what they were trying to go for here. Like with this song and, you know, with this video, I guess. Like the video, obviously, it has nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever. Like you watch the whole thing from beginning to end, spot one Christmas related thing. Other than, you know, maybe that lady who's trying to wash all the dishes, she probably just got done, you know, like hosting the Christmas dinner and then she's trying to get ready for tomorrow or, you know, whatever the fuck. But, you know, I mean, aside from that, like the only thing about this that's Christmassy is like the lyrics of the song itself. And like I said earlier, I wasn't really paying attention to most of them, but I looked them up and apparently it's just about how, you know, Miss Patty, like she's been trying to hook up with this guy for like a year straight and it's not really working out because of all these weird circumstantial happenings that prevent her from doing so. Like, oh shit, I got a sunburn, I can't date you. But I mean, you know, like it's not terrible. The whole thing as a whole is not terrible, but it's not great either. And you want to know how I know that I'm not the only one that thinks it's not great? Take a quick look at the view count on this video and then look over at the likes. Like, wow, I've never seen such a horrific view to like ratio on a video. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. Like I can almost bet you that 95% of these views were just people who heard this on the radio and were like, what is this song? Let's look it up. And then they find this and they're like, oh. But you know, this is one of those things that like you see it and you have to know that the people who made this, they don't look back that fondly on it. And that's okay. Like I said, like I wasn't alive during the time when this video came out. So I should be able to like respect, you know, the time period and you know, maybe just like what they were going for. And it's cutesy enough. Like I think it satisfies, you know, the need for a neat little Christmas song about something slightly unorthodox, you know, just like pursuing a guy for the time. But I want you guys to see a couple things. Hold on. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the Waitresses Wikipedia page. Like there are a few interesting things here that I wanted to show off. Like if you read right here, the Waitresses were an experimental post-punk band from Akron, Ohio, known for their singles I Know What Boys Like and Christmas Rapping. So literally Christmas Rapping was an original song by them and it was one of their 2 most popular hits of all time. Their album names kind of weird me out a little bit though. We've got Wasn't Tomorrow Wonderful and Bruisology. And then their EPs are I Could Rule the World If I Could Only Get the Parts and Make the Weather. Like all 4 of these concepts don't make sense to me on the surface. In fact, you know what? I'll listen to the entire discography of the Waitresses and get back to you guys just because I'm curious. But one thing I'll tell you guys that I didn't expect to see here. If we open up Miss Patty's Wikipedia here, we'll see that apparently she died at age 40. So I was like, what the fuck? How did that happen? And I scroll down and I see that there's an entire headline on her thing that just says death me. But we read it and it says on December 9th, 1996, Donahue, who had been a heavy smoker most of her adult life, died of lung cancer at the age of 40. And I'm like, oh shit, that's really sad because we saw her smoking in the video. But the thing that weirds me out the most is this. Like, read this. A native of Cleveland, Donahue was interred in the Holy Cross Cemetery in nearby Brook Park. Like, why do we need to know that detail? But then I scroll down even further and I see Patty Donahue at Find a Grave. So I'm like, the fuck is this? And I open it up. Literally, you can look up the graves of people on this website. Like, look at this. You can see she's at Holy Cross Cemetery in Brook Park, fucking whatever, Ohio, in section 13, lot 782. And you can go to the front page and type in fucking anybody's name that you want. Like, isn't that a little bit gross or creepy? Like, I don't know. But we can also see, if we go to famous, what celebrities died recently. And looks like we have a bunch of people I never heard of. Cool. Oh yeah, most of their burial details are unknown. Interesting monuments, interesting epitaphs. What is this? I actually haven't seen this. These memorials are notable for their unique, funny, or unusual epitaphs. Let's see if I can find somebody that I've heard of. Some of these are sponsored? What the fuck? Are they gonna get ad revenue from me clicking on these? Let's try Rodney Dangerfield. Original name, Jacob Cohen. I did not know that about Rodney Dangerfield. Inscription, there goes the neighborhood. Okay, that was very funny and or interesting and very much worth my time. Yeah, man, I don't know, like, I guess the moral of the story is, you know, Christmas is stupid. It comes sooner and sooner every year, and we get more and more stressed out about it. You know, we don't have the energy to do all the crazy fucking shit that we all have to do every single Christmas. And you know what? I don't think this goddamn holiday is worth getting all worked up and stressed over. So regardless of whatever you're doing this holiday, I genuinely hope each and every one of you gets a chance to just kick back and relax for just a little bit during this, you know, holiday break. Also, don't start smoking cigarettes this Christmas. Like, if you're already doing it, that's your thing, cool, I'm not gonna stop you, but don't start if you haven't already. Or else, whenever you die, people are going to be able to very easily find your grave. And well, you know, I think I'm out of things to say now. I think I've just said every single dumb, stupid thing that I could ever say for the rest of 2017. So I'm going to end off this video, since I don't know any other way to end off this video. I'm gonna go do some Christmas unwrapping. You know what I'm saying? Bam! Wow, guys, I found another gift that definitely wasn't repurposed from the previous one. I don't know why, but looking at this, I kind of get like an itching feeling, like whoever keeps making these envelopes for me kind of has something against me. Oh, shit. Rugrats in Paris, the movie for Game Boy Color. Okay, interesting. That looks like another Game Boy Color game here. What do we have here? No, it's not. It can't be. What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, but you can call me Uko. You know, I'm just a single guy living in the Houston area, and you know, one of my biggest passions is that I'm a drummer. You know, any extra time I can find, I'm fucking rocking out, bro. But yeah, this is my demo reel. No big thing. If anybody's trying to like start a band, you know, pick up some chicks, smoke some weed, I'm all about that shit.